Welcome to what I can only describe as a thrilling rollercoaster ride through the exciting world of blocked input tax credits under GST. Look, I know what you're thinking. This sounds less fun than a root canal performed by a mime with blunt instruments, and you might be right. But stick with me, because understanding these blocked credits is about as much fun as a tax audit. Today, we're going to wade, nay, headfirst into the murky depths of this thing called blocked ITC and resurface, hopefully gasping for air, with a better understanding of why you can't claim tax credits on your new jet ski. Just kidding, it's far more boring than that. We're talking about the categories where businesses, like yours perhaps, claim ITC. So buckle up, grab your calculators, or maybe a stiff drink, and let's get started. Right, first up, let's talk about everyone's favorite metal boxes with wheels, motor vehicles. Now, under GST, the ITC on cars, bikes, or your uncle's questionable motorized unicycle is blocked unless, and this is a big unless, it's used for, you guessed it, further supply. Now, before you start listing your rusty old hatchback on eBay as a mobile office space, let me clarify. Further supply essentially means you're using the vehicle for your business, like if you're a car dealership, a taxi service, or, dare I say, a driving school. But if you're just using your car to commute to work and back, well, the taxman considers that a personal indulgence, much like your late-night online shopping sprees. Next up, we're venturing into the delicious, yet surprisingly perilous realm of food and beverages. Now, I know what you're thinking. Surely food is essential for business meetings, brainstorming sessions, and basic human survival. And you'd be absolutely right. However, the GST folks see things a bit differently. See, ITC on food, beverages, catering, and even those fancy restaurant meals you try to pass off as client entertainment are not available unless they're part of a taxable outward supply. In layman's terms, this means unless you're selling food or catering services, you can't claim ITC on those samosas you devoured during your last board meeting. Now, let's move on to a topic near and dear to many of our hearts: maintaining the illusion that we're healthy individuals. Yes, I'm talking about gym memberships, club fees, and all those wellness programs that promise to turn you into a new person. Results may vary. Unfortunately, under the GST regime, ITC on these services is blocked like a spam caller during your favorite show. This means that even if you're forcing your employees to do team-building yoga or attend mandatory meditation sessions, you can't claim ITC on those expenses. The government, it seems, is not interested in subsidizing your quest for inner peace. Chapter 4. Renting or hiring vehicles. Yes, even boats. Don't get caught cruising without ITC. Okay, let's talk transportation, but not just any transportation. We're talking about renting or hiring motor vehicles, vessels, and wait for it, aircraft. Yes, even that hot air balloon ride you've always dreamed of for your company's team-building retreat. Now, here's the catch. ITC on these rentals is generally blocked, unless of course they're used for taxable business purposes. What does that even mean? Well, if your business involves providing transportation services, like say you're running a taxi service, a car rental company, or, I don't know, a hot air balloon tour company, then you're in luck. You can claim ITC. But if you're just renting a limo for your office Christmas party, not so much. Chapter 5. Works Contract Services. Building Dreams, Blocking ITC. Now, let's move on to the world of construction, a sector known for its hard hats, blueprints, and apparently complicated tax regulations. When it comes to works contract services, ITC is not available unless the construction is used for, you guessed it, further supply of works contract service. Essentially, this means that if you're in the business of building things for other people, you can claim ITC. But if you're just building yourself a new office, well, you're out of luck. It's like trying to claim a tax credit for baking yourself a birthday cake. It's just not going to happen. Okay, this next one is about as straightforward as it gets. Any purchases you make that are purely for your own personal enjoyment, indulgence, or, let's face it, questionable life choices are blocked from ITC. This includes everything from that designer handbag you needed for your mental health to that top-of-the-line espresso machine that's now gathering dust in your home office. Remember, the taxman sees all and he's judging your spending habits. So, next time you're about to click buy now on that questionable online purchase, ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I willing to sacrifice a potential tax credit for it? Let's face it, life is full of unexpected surprises, most of them unpleasant. That's where insurance comes in, that magical safety net that protects us from financial ruin. However, when it comes to ITC, the government isn't feeling particularly generous. ITC on life and health insurance is generally blocked, unless of course it's mandated by the government. So unless your employer is legally required to provide you with health insurance, you can kiss those ITC dreams goodbye. The same goes for travel expenses, unless they're directly related to your business. And finally, we arrive at the last circle of our blocked ITC inferno, where we find ourselves surrounded by the ghosts of purchases past. You see, if your goods are lost, stolen, tragically destroyed in a freak accident involving a rogue Roomba and an open bottle of red wine, or even generously given away as gifts or free samples, well, wave goodbye to any ITC you might have been dreaming of. It's a harsh reality, but the taxman doesn't care about your sentimental attachment to that limited edition bobblehead collection that was tragically lost in a freak miniature golfing accident. If the goods are not being used for your business, then the ITC simply doesn't apply. And there you have it. We've explored the treacherous landscape of blocked input tax credits under GST and emerged, perhaps slightly dazed and confused, but hopefully a little bit wiser. Remember, understanding these blocked categories is crucial for avoiding any unwanted encounters with the tax authorities, who, let's face it, probably have better things to do than to chase you down over a few rupees worth of unclaimed ITC. So, the next time you're tempted to write off that new espresso machine as a business expense, just remember the wise words of your new favorite tax expert, that's me. Just because it's tax season doesn't mean you have to be taxed. Stay informed, stay compliant, and most importantly, stay entertained. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more thrilling adventures into the world of tax regulations. And there you have it, the key categories of blocked ITC under GST. Make sure to keep these in mind to avoid any compliance issues. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content.